Well, here we are, finally dried. This is all dried out of the alcohol we used to clean it. I'll tell you, a couple of years ago I bought this Zoom spout on here on eBay. Then I realized I had one, and I have an older one here. Man, when am I going to use all that oil? Jeez, what an idiot. Well, just hold on to it. It's cheap anyway. Well, here we are. Pretty low. So we're ready to open up this other Zoom spout. Nice. We did make it. And you do put a lot of oil in this thing. So that's going to be cool. Let's go ahead and get that done. And I'm going to save the empty Zoom spout. This is the new fresh one, the new hotness. I'm going to save the old one. I'm going to sell it to Musty One on eBay for $180. You know, he uses these. Check him out. Musty One. Great channel. Volkswagen stuff. All kinds of shit, really. He can fix anything. Cat's amazing. Anyway, so that's cool. What's some other channel? I watch a lot of automotive stuff. So I like Cold War Motors. Out of Canada, Mortsky, Mortisky. He does a lot of cool, can we start this car, and all these different things, good, like that. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Tubal Cain, Mr. Pete 222, if you're into machine shop stuff. He's crazy and amazing. Anyway, let's get to work. If you're hearing a slight fan sound and you're thinking, I know what fans are, I'm a fan expert, and I hear a fan sound, and he's not addressing it, and how dare he put a fan sound in his videos and not address what the sound is. And if he thinks we're going to put up with this, I'm going on Reddit. This fucking bomb y'all, if he thinks he can put a fan on and not talk about it and show us an in-depth view of what this fan is doing, and so because we know what's going on. Anyway, it's just a heater I got from a friend. It's a Holmes, and it seems to work pretty darn good. It's an oscillator, and it's warming up this little room pretty good, even despite its leaky windows and all that garbage. And that's good because it's chilly out here, and the warmer it is, the more pliable the wiring is to move this stuff around. We all know that. So let's get to putting this thing together, huh? Next trick is to get oil on the shaft without getting any oil on the inside. Just not do that, right? Just to not be an idiot. So what I generally do is I flip it this way and I oil this way with the Zoom spout so that the oil drips down in that direction. And that generally gives pretty good coverage. And then we can go ahead and drop him down in there. And I think just because now we're very close to doing this, I'm going to put some extra underneath, and I'm going to oil all the way through that bearing so that it drips all the way out the other side, because I just want to make sure that there's good oil all the way around the internal bearing surface in the motor as well as on here. So show you a little of that. I'm just going to oil around and let it all come through onto my paper towels here, just so that we know we got a lot of oil in that bearing surface. We want to be darn sure of it. Okay, now we got some in there. Seems excessive, but it's just worth doing, right? And I'm going to take this guy, and I'm just going to oil the shaft and try and keep it just on the shaft and not in the deal. While it might seem a little excessive, I think it's worth doing it that way. So now we got a lot of oil in that shaft. Let's go ahead and put it in there. And there we go. So, sorry I wasn't able to show you that. But she's in there. And she's spinning pretty darn nice and free. So that's what we want to see. I'm just going to flip him over. Hopefully not too much oil comes out of here when we do that. And there we are. Next thing I want to do that I don't want to forget to do is oil the other sides of the long felts. And I'm going to put a fair amount in there, because if you don't, it'll just, all the oil you put in the other felt will get sucked into there, and then there won't be enough oil in the fan. So we really want to overdo this a little bit. Give it a little time to soak into its area. And that's a pretty long piece of felt, so I'm not that worried about over-oiling it at this point. If any oil comes out, we can clean it up. We haven't assembled the fan or anything, so we're not like we're going to fling oil all over the place. Let's let that hang and see how they look. Yeah, you can see it really does soak right down into there. So I'd say that's okay for now. I think that's probably enough of that. You could add a little, just for good measure, I'll put a little more on each one. Boop, 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 boop. That's right, that's the boop oiling method. Very popular. So anyway, now we're ready to go ahead and start putting the washers on, I guess. As you remember, I broke a few of the washers because I'm an idiot. Nice. But this side, this is the last of the plastic washers that the fan had. So I'll put that there. And then my nylon one that I had. And then this clip guy. And hopefully that's enough. It looks like we're going to have too much play in there. No, they're all the same size. So maybe if we went with 2 of these instead of just the one, that might put us maybe too far up. That's going to not split the difference very well. That might not even leave enough room for the C-clip. So I'm just going to go with the one and one of the original, the fiber washer. Put that down on the bottom where it came from. This was the lowest one. That's why it didn't get broken. And we'll just have to go with that. We're going to have to, because it's going to be enough. Hopefully we don't have too much movement. I could always buy, I've been meaning to buy a set of fiber washers with the different thicknesses. I just never got around to it. Now for the fun part, putting on the C-clip without losing it. That's the hard part. So let's see if we can do that. I know you probably can't see very well, but this way my hands aren't in your way, and you can watch me flip this thing across the room and then say some curse words. Yay! Yeah, that's really not enough. That's going to have a lot of play in it. Hopefully not too much. Yikes. So we'll see. We'll have to see when this gets together how bad it is. So now I want to get this clip on there. There we go. I think that's on. Yeah, that's in. So let's see how bad it is play-wise. That's not so bad. That's a good amount, but I think it'll work. We did get a lot of oil run down the front of this. Over-oiled again. Over-oiling fans every day of the week. That's my new country pop song. I'm over-oiling my fans 'cause I like to do it. America, America, oiling my fans with too much oil. America, gonna oil them up, America. Yeah, that's my song. I hope you like it. Okay, now, another thing we gotta do is, well, you do a couple of things. Here we go. Alright, so now I'm just gonna put the felt in. And I've generally, in the past, I've like put a big cover around to keep from getting oil all over the place, but at this point, the bomb you all over here doesn't really care that much right now. So the felt's in, there you go. I usually put a little extra oil, and there's actually oil in this little thing, so I'm gonna just drop that in just to have done it. so that we know there's some Earl in there. So that we know it for sure. And then our only other thing we gotta do is we gotta tap this guy back on. Now, I already, so I've already hit my hand a few times flattening this out. I just try to bang it flat a little bit from where it was. This didn't come out too much better than it was originally, but maybe I'm not using the right hammer. Maybe I should use a metal hammer. Okay, so it's fairly flat. I got this a little better with the metal hammer, the rubber. I like to use this plastic mallet, but it wasn't giving me quite what I needed. So now I'm just going to try to tap this back in. They usually go in okay. Just watch your fingers. I hope this one goes in okay. This would be funny if this were the video where like nothing I said was going to work works. And there it is. There's your, well, I kind of put it in wrong. I really wanted that opening up at the top. But I don't think anything's going to seep out of it. I think it's going to be okay. It's not like we drammed a bunch of oil in there. So, drammed is not a word, so there you go. Anyway, here is our guy. Yeah, I put way too much oil in the front. Over-oiling, that's our way here. That's our method. Over-oil is a rule, I guess. So anyway, there's the GE. Yeah, put way too much oil on this thing. Good. Too much oil is the way we do it. Too much oil, nothing to it. And we spin nice and free, we're ready to go. Okay. Good, so it's this is pretty much ready to go. We're gonna reclip our wiring. Maybe we do that after. Maybe we get this attached first. I don't remember how I did it in the past. We need our Mahanga screwdriver, as you can see. So a couple of things. Now, the wiring, the cord, power cord for this is very nice. Acceptable and not broken at all. So this is all pretty cool to be reused. We've never put electricity to this. Still oil's coming out. It's very free moving. That's what we really want to see. It was not doing that before, as we know. So now the question that we get is, let's watch carefully. Does it wobble without the blades on? Because I found that some of the unbalanced nature of these is maybe not the blades. I actually think it could be the rotor. I remember Rusty Bob, which didn't shake too much, but I remember shutting it off, and as it spun down, it went wah, 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 wah. So that's really strange. Let's make sure that it's in off position, which it is. We're going to plug her in here, and let's see if it'll go. And there you go. Does it wobble? No. Very, very smooth. Very nice. And you know, once it's sitting the way it is, the play isn't that bad. Look at that. The way it's sitting right now, maybe having the weight of it down on that front felt, but actually the in and out play is pretty negligible. So that is acceptable. Oh, that's more. I don't know why it was doing that. Okay, so that's actually a lot. Okay, well. The C-clip, I think I'm going to have to eventually get another washer in there. We'll probably have to order a set of washers. Anyway, let's put the blades on, see what it does. All right, I've got the head wire taped out of the way here, and I'm going to go ahead and put the blades on. You know what I didn't do is I didn't really clean the shaft or the blades for easy on and off removal, which I feel like I should do a little bit of. Let's try that. Okay. So yeah, cleaned at that end. Cleaned out the inside here. You didn't see me do that, but I usually just put some sandpaper on a pencil and run it through. And I just put a little tiny bit of oil on here, just so that if we have to remove the blades back and forth, it's not a big pain in the butt. Best practices, right? Okay, there we go. Come on, I had you. There we go. Yeah, right. Okay. Where's our set screw? Set screw fever. Da, 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 da. Nice. There we go. If it's all the way in, does it hit? No, it's pretty smooth. Look at that. For a fan that didn't move at all. Well, it moved a little bit, you know. But these are heavy blades, heavy rotor, so we want that kind of flow, girl, flow, do your thing, baby. Right. So anyway, let's give her a run. Here's high. Oh, wait a minute. Our blades, our thing didn't work. Well, we know it. We surely know, and I see low is first. That sort of makes sense. Well, they're definitely spinning nice and free, but I wanted to tape those blades out of the way, and that didn't work. Well, so let's try that again. That should save us now. And let's go to high. Yeah, not bad. That's medium. Low. Yeah, look at that. Back up to high. Shakes a little bit on high. Not as bad as some of them, but it shakes for sure. And there's off for your spin down. Nice non-window unassisted spin down for you. So we'll have time to talk about the Mayan ruins in Machu Picchu in 1143 BC. Turns out, after a bunch of excavating and digital radar sonar testing, that the structures are pretty vast, and that there probably was, billions of people living in that part of the world long before humans were even known to be in North America. Yeah, I'm not really going to talk about history to you. Come on, that's mostly hyperbole and joking around. So anyway, look at that. She's free. Let's clean up the grills, throw it all together, I guess. That's enough for me for right now. I think that's pretty good. It doesn't hit, runs smooth, no bad sounds, nice and free. So that's what we were hoping for. Yeah, let's throw the clips in it. Let's get it buttoned up on the back, and then we'll throw the grills on. I never cleaned the grills, so we'll wipe them up. And we'll put it out on the floor and see how it does on the floor. All right. Alright, she looks pretty nice in the sun there like that. One of the issues we have with it is it's missing one foot. So it kind of sits on the floor on the one corner. No big deal, just is the way it is. And here we go to high. Feel the vibration a little more on low there, but not bad. So there you go, she cleaned out all right. And doesn't shake as much as the other ones. Well, Rusty Bob is good, but the other blue one is a disaster. So what would be interesting to find out would be to put these blades on the other one, Pandemic Blue, see if that evens it out, see if it's the blades that are really that bad or if it's the other rotor is bent or something. So we have a pretty good fan here that we could use to experiment with that middle one that we got, which just shakes terrible. So anyway, I'm glad that it runs pretty smooth. It cleaned out pretty nice, looks pretty nice. The paint's pretty good considering. I hate and like the stand knobs that are on the sides because it's actually gonna be a pretty good place to hang the cord, right? But it puts you can't put it in a window. A lot of things you can't do with it. Anyway, it's a pretty neat one. So thanks for watching this series. Next summer, when the warm weather gets nice, we'll use this guy and see how it holds up. So there you go. Thanks for watching Omicron Blue. Omicron Blue GE stand fan without the stand. So thanks for watching. Check yous later.